This is Yuji from PARTS. I think it is already well known that the hormone testosterone is very important for building muscle. Similarly, I believe everyone knows that after the age of 40 or 50, the levels of this testosterone hormone gradually decrease. Furthermore, I think you are aware that there are individual differences in testosterone secretion. People who naturally have higher levels of testosterone tend to build muscle more easily, while those with lower secretion find it more difficult to gain muscle. I think you probably know this, but the part about individual differences is something that cannot be changed as it is inherent from birth. That aspect is somewhat beyond our control. However, everyone wants to resist and stop the decline that comes with age, or even increase it. As I mentioned, this is important for building muscle, and having higher testosterone levels also makes it easier to burn body fat. As people reach their 40s and beyond, it becomes more difficult to lose body fat, while younger individuals find it easier to burn body fat. Upon further investigation, it appears that testosterone not only affects muscle and body fat, but also influences aspects of a person's character, mindset, curiosity, and adventurous spirit, essentially their mental vitality. Therefore, when considering all these factors, I believe that having higher testosterone levels is beneficial. Conversely, low testosterone levels can have negative effects. To elaborate a bit, there are challenges in achieving a low interest rate, but it seems that the risk of obesity, diabetes, and the onset of cardiovascular disease, as well as the risk of arteriosclerosis, also increases. Therefore, when considering health, it can be said that it is better for testosterone levels not to decrease. In this context, I would like to think about how people over 50 can effectively increase their testosterone levels. It is said that there are 7 methods to increase testosterone. Well, the first point is to engage in strength training. It's interesting to test for muscle gain, but just by doing strength training, testosterone is released significantly. This is what I mean when I talk about doing major strength training. Instead of small muscle workouts, we should focus on exercises that use larger muscle groups, such as squats, Bulgarian squats, back lunges, or deadlifts, as well as back exercises and bench presses. By engaging in strength training that utilizes large muscles, it becomes easier to significantly increase testosterone levels. Another important aspect is to train as frequently as possible. This doesn't mean exhausting yourself. Rather, you can break down your current training into 3, 4, or 5 segments and do just 15 minutes of it each day. By creating a routine of strength training every single day, you increase the opportunities for discipline and consistency. The very act of consistently increasing the number of tests can be seen as a way to improve one's constitution or to halt the decline in the secretion of testosterone that comes with a deteriorating condition. I believe this can have a positive impact. When it comes to strength training, rather than doing intense sessions once or twice a week, I think it's more important to break it down into smaller, more frequent workouts to effectively change the distribution of testosterone. The second point is to ensure quality sleep. It is said that lack of sleep reduces testosterone levels, so it is essential for building muscle. Getting enough quality sleep is essential, and it involves not only taking the time to avoid sleep deprivation but also ensuring the quality of that sleep. As people reach the age of 50 and above, almost everyone experiences lighter sleep, difficulty falling asleep, and waking up early. There are various factors at play. Honestly, I experience this too, but for me, using a comfortable pillow helps me achieve better sleep. So when I travel or go out, if I'm driving, I make sure to bring my own pillow that I always use. Also, it leads to lack of sleep. Additionally, for those participating in competitions, many use CBD oil. Using that oil helps them relax and enter sleep mode, and it is said that about 80% to 90% of people experience deeper sleep without waking up in between. So I think using such products could be beneficial. The third point is to ensure adequate protein intake. This might be an unexpected aspect, but whether or not you are doing strength training, muscle cells are broken down and new cells are created. When new cells are formed, if there is not enough protein, the raw materials are insufficient. If you ensure adequate protein intake, it promotes the creation of new muscle cells, creating an anabolic state. This makes it easier for muscles to grow. However, if protein is lacking, the body feels a state of starvation, which can lead to inappropriate conditions for muscle growth. It seems that it is not described. Therefore, not consuming enough protein will lower your own testosterone secretion, so it is important to get enough protein. Many people do not consume protein in the morning, so if you want to ensure you get enough protein throughout the day, you should have a proper breakfast. Instead of just bread, include fish or meat as well. By distributing your protein intake across breakfast, lunch, and dinner, you can consume a sufficient amount and also make it easier for your body to absorb it. I hope you will definitely adopt this approach. And the fourth point is, it's about sunbathing. It is said that moderate sun exposure can increase testosterone levels. Research suggests that just 15 to 20 minutes of light sun exposure a day can boost testosterone secretion by about 20%. Therefore, given that many people are often indoors due to desk work and don't get much sunlight, it's beneficial to try to get some sun during commutes, lunch breaks, or even in between tasks. Increasing testosterone by about 20% makes a significant difference, so I think that is an important factor. Recently, there has been a considerable dislike for tanning among women, but for men who want to build muscle, getting some sun exposure is important. Sun exposure is essential. The fifth point is to avoid excessive dieting. Overly restricting calories can reduce the ability to make sound decisions about dieting. While it may not directly increase testosterone, avoiding actions that lower it is crucial for oneself. If you want to reduce body fat, it's important not to drastically cut calories. Instead, you should aim to gradually lose body fat over a long-term period, such as 3 to 4 months, rather than trying to lose 8 to 10 kilograms in just 1 month. Rapid weight loss can make it easier to regain weight and can hinder muscle gain. Conversely, a decrease in testosterone can create a situation where it's easier to gain body fat. Therefore, it's crucial to avoid extreme calorie-restricted diets that can lead to muscle breakdown. While progressing through a gradual diet, it's important to ensure you're consuming adequate quality nutrients, so you shouldn't have a diet that's lacking in essential foods. Incorporating items like fish and olive oil is necessary. Lastly, it's important to properly intake minerals such as zinc and magnesium. You might wonder what sources to get zinc and magnesium from, but it's not feasible to eat oysters every day. I don't know, and that's why it's difficult. Well, if you overdo it, there can be other problems, especially with this age group having too many printers. To avoid that risk, there is a supplement called ZMA, which contains a balanced mix of zinc, magnesium, and vitamin B6. It doesn't have any unnecessary additives, making it easy to absorb. I think taking such supplements could be a good option, especially as you get older. The seventh point, which might be surprising, is that maintaining a straight back and a confident posture is apparently important. It seems that just having the habit of good posture can lead to an increase in testosterone. It is said that slouching or hunching over does not contribute to the rise in testosterone, which is quite unexpected. But of course, that's something to consider. Even so, it's cooler to love straight on. Well, it seems that by doing that, it's also easier to increase testosterone levels. You know, for someone like me, I was small, especially when I was a child, so I looked bigger because of that, but I couldn't help it, and I was never told that my posture was bad. Well, I guess that was somewhat good for me. However, even if adults tend to settle into their habits, it's important to maintain good posture outside of desk work, and even within strength training, I wonder when I should. However, while it is important to build muscle in specific areas, it is also essential to engage in strength training that improves posture. Therefore, the exercises we do should serve the dual purpose of building muscle and enhancing posture. I believe this is important. Increasing testosterone should be approached from various perspectives, gradually and consistently, to ensure it does not decrease. This has been the theme for today. That's true, I feel the same way. It's something I think about every day, so I want to be more conscious and proactive about it from now on. Let's all do our best together. Yes, please subscribe to the channel as well. We're doing an Easter live, so please follow us. Being a personal trainer is great.